Welcome back to Automotive Detailing. You guys, Next LED has released a brand new light that if you do any paint correction or any detailing in general, they're getting in the detailing world with this light, you guys are gonna be interested in. You gotta remember, they make fantastic lights. I have reviewed all three of these lights. I'm gonna show you guys these here really quick. I have videos on all three of these. If you go to my YouTube channel and search Next LED, you should be able to find the videos on all of these. Like this one right here, this is an under hood light that collapses. So this is how you put it under the hood. You got your extensions here. You can rotate these. You can take these lights off individually and just use them as a torch. And then you can fold it back down and you can actually stand it on the ground like this to give you light wherever you want it. But it folds up nicely, kind of keeps the footprint kind of small. I use that anytime I have the hood up, I'm doing anything in the engine bay on any of my vehicles. Then they have this disc light, I would call it, and it is a really bright flashlight, a UV light, so if you're doing any AC work, if you're a mechanic, and then a actually pretty bright little spotlight, so you can spot check something. And then their last light that they have, that I have reviewed, is their tripod light, and this is my favorite of all of them. This thing is so bright. If you go and watch my video, I used it outside at nighttime. It is ridiculous. It's cool because it has a pivoting head. You can change how you want these lights to be faced, right? You can take the base off, has magnets on it. If you want to put it on something else, you don't have to use the tripod. The tripod is actually taller than me. See, that's actually taller than me. But it has different settings. So you have low, medium, high, and then you can change the color temperature, which is really cool. This works great for paint corrections also to give you some background light. But anything you need light for in your house, we did some remodeling in the bathroom. That was a light that we used in the bathroom. We did the remodeling. It is fantastic. They make really good products, you guys. They just released this light I'm getting ready to show you guys. You're gonna be able to buy it on my website, and I'm gonna show it to you here in just a second. So let's do it. All right, you guys, so here it is. Next LED has gotten into the color match, or a lot of people call it sunlights. This is a fantastic light. I have had this light for probably, gosh, 6 months, testing it, making sure that I can recommend it to you guys. I've dropped it, I've done a bunch of stuff to it to see if it works, and it just continues to work, no problem at all. And I did talk to Next LED, and they're going to allow me to kind of do a beta testing and sell on the website. So you guys, I have a very limited number of these on the website right now. They'll probably sell out once this video's, probably for the video's even over, because these are such a good price for a color match light, you guys. Once they're sold out, then I'm gonna talk to Next LED and see if I can get more quantities, bigger quantities for you guys. So just bear with me on that, you guys. But like I said, we're just kind of doing beta testing and maybe becoming a distributor for Next LED because I love their other lights. And I won't be a distributor for somebody unless I like their products or I can stand behind it because I've used them for a long time. And that's why I was willing to reach out and say, hey, can I sell these lights, because I absolutely love it. So the cool thing about this light, you guys, it does come with a 1-year warranty. But the one thing that's different that I haven't seen from any other sunlight on the market, because I have 2 other ones over here that I've used for a long time, this has 3 different color temperatures: 6500, 4000, and 2700 Kelvin. So they're different colors, which is really cool. So basically, this is great for body shop and for detailers. This is gonna let body shops be able to compare their freshly painted piece versus maybe an older fender versus the door they just painted, and see how close the color is. Is it good? Does it look really bad? Because this is going to replicate the sun, and if you get it outside in the sun and you see, man, that door looks so much better or worse than the fender, this is going to show you inside so you can fix it immediately. So run over some of the specifics of the light, you guys. I'm gonna read it right off the back. The color rendering index is 96 plus, which is really good. I think the sun is basically 100, so it's really close. The run time is up to 2.5 hours of constant run. You can do an entire paint correction, no problem at all, on one charge, because I've done it many, many times. Once again, 6500, 4000, 2700. Maximum brightness is 500 lumens. That is plenty. You don't want too much light when it comes to paint correction, you guys. You need just the right amount. And I used to think you wanted a bunch of light when doing a paint correction. And then I started watching Brian from Apex, you guys. If you want to learn something, you watch his channel. And he was mentioning how too much light can actually kind of flood your area, and it's worse for paint correction. So 500 lumens is just about perfect. It's 3.7 volt, 2200 milliamp, rechargeable lithium ion battery. 5 volt, 1 amp charger. It comes with the charger, the USB. Here, I'll just show you the adapter right here. It comes with the adapter also, because I had this plugged in so you guys can see it charging. 4 hours of charge time, and then it is water resistant, IP65. So that is great to know also in case you leave it outside or you decide to take it out swimming and use it less. No, don't do that. That's just a joke. Go over a little bit of the light here. So it has a very strong magnet on the bottom. It has a very strong magnet on the back. Now, most cars these days, like under hoods and stuff, they're not usually metal anymore. I would not recommend sticking this to the side of a car to do your paint correction. Not a good idea at all. But it is nice that it has magnets in case you want to use them. It also has a hook on the back in case you want to hang it from somewhere. And it also has the heat sink, which is right here. Now, I've used this a lot, and I have yet to feel it get even close to as hot as my Astro pneumatic does. So that's a really good thing. The head is swiveled. You can swivel it to whatever angle you want the light to be at, wherever you put a magnet on it, you guys. And then it gives you a charge indicator right there at the bottom. It's green. There's charge indicator, and there are, I gotta blind myself here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5, and right now I'm on number 4, but I have been using this light. The charging base, it actually, the magnet kind of draws it into the charging base, so you can't not do it. And see, it picks up the charging base, no problem. You can wall mount the charging base if you want to. That way it's kind of up off of the surface. It also has anti-skid feet on the bottom of the charging base. So yeah, it comes with everything you need to get ready, you guys. I really can't recommend this enough. I absolutely love this light. I've sold a couple on the truck already. And people that are trying it are absolutely loving it. So I want to show you a few things here. So this is a aftermarket piece for my Harley Davidson, behind me, the white one, for my front lower fairings that I got from Advan Black. When I got this piece, I never thought the paint, it was good, but I thought it was kind of messed up a little bit. And I'm hoping the video is showing you right here. You can really see on the factory fender, the gold pearl, I guess is what you call it, on the factory with the light, versus the aftermarket paint job on the fairing. So that shows you right there how you're going to be able to tell the correct color of whatever piece you're doing versus a piece you may have freshly painted. Now, don't get me wrong, it still is good. It's good enough for me. And in person, if you don't have this light, it's good. But I always knew it looked a little funny. And then once I got this light and I was able to change the temperature setting on it, that's when I really saw it. I was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but it's good enough for me. So when it comes to finding like swirls and imperfections in paint, it works great. As you're seeing right here on my son's bike, it's black. You can see the swirls really well. And as I change the color temperatures of the flashlight, you guys, you notice the swirls kind of change a little bit. I found the first setting and the second setting work best on dark colors. And then lighter colors like white and stuff like that, I think the third setting seems to work best. But it's kind of just trial and error. You kind of just keep messing with it and try to figure out what looks best. And then on like this orange bike here, I'm doing a detail on this weekend. I found that when you use like the third setting, you really make that orange pop, but you don't see the imperfections really well with that. So the first and second setting, you can really see all of the swirls in these bags. And that way you see exactly what you need to go after. You can do the paint correction and then turn the light back on, and you'll know if you removed them all before you do the whole entire bike or car, pull it outside in the sun, be like, oh man, look at all this stuff I missed. This is gonna help you not miss that type of stuff. The other great thing for a light like this, and I mentioned this to all of my dealerships today when I started selling, I just started selling them today. I mentioned it to them and I showed them and they're like, holy crap, you know, they were kind of surprised. This is a great final inspection light for the interior. If you've ever done an interior of a car and you've swept it out and you've detailed it and you think that it looks absolutely great, and the next thing you know, you get it outside, you open the door and you get out and you're like, how did I miss that? You know, you don't see it down there underneath the seat, but inside it looks perfect inside. You get out in the sunlight, sees it, bam, you see stuff you missed. Now you have this light, and this very first setting is what I use for interiors, is great. You can see everything that you miss, everything you need to vacuum up, any little bit of dust you may have missed when you're wiping the dashboard or the GPS unit or whatever. It works extremely well. I'm gonna take you guys outside right now. I wanna show you guys outside in the daylight what this will do on silver paint, so you kind of get an idea of changing the color temperature and what that can do for you. Because what I do when customers bring a car to me, I immediately get my light out, usually while they're here, go around the car, and I want to check out how bad their paint is so I can give them the proper estimate when they drop the car off, or I can say, hey, look how bad this is. I can remove 90% of this. Will you be happy with that? That type of thing. So these lights are a necessity. If you do any detailing at all, especially paint work, you need some type of color match light. All right, you guys, so we're outside. As you can see, blue skies, middle of the day, sun is shining like crazy. We are in a little bit of the shade, but I want to show you, even outside using this light on this van, I know there's imperfections in this paint. Find out where you're at here. Like right there, I'm hoping that you guys can see those imperfections, but watch how on white, I think that works better. I can see the imperfections better with the lighter setting. I mean, you can see them with these, don't get me wrong, but I think on white it seems to work better with this setting right here, because I can really see all these imperfections. Let's see if I can, it's hard to do with this one-handed. Show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can see those really, really well. So even outside, this thing works extremely well. Now I'll take you over here to like my truck, and my truck, as cars go flying by, my truck is in very good shape. It's filthy, but it's in good shape. I did a paint correction ceramic coating on it 2 years ago, and I'll show you how good a condition my truck is in. See that? You see no swirls. Hey, and I even use a 1 bucket, you guys. Imagine that. Change the color on it here. My truck is silver, and no matter what I use, the paint looks good. So I'd walk out, if a customer brought a car like this, you know, and my estimate's gonna change because I'm saying, well, your paint's in really good shape. We're not gonna have to do a whole lot, you know, so that's where a light like this really comes in handy too. All right, you guys, so once again, Next LED has killed it with another light. I love this light right here, you guys. You guys will love it too. Even if you're a DIYer, but you do paint corrections, you do stuff on your own personal cars on the inside or outside, doesn't matter. You need a good light. Lights are very, very important. But adding this to my Next LED collection, you guys, is just perfect. It kind of complements the rest of them because I have uses for all the other ones, but I never had a paint light until right now. Now, don't forget, quantities are limited on the website right now, but I can get orders really fast from Next LED because they're not very far from me. They're just outside Chicago, and I'm in Indianapolis, usually next day. So if I sell out today, don't worry. Once we see that, we will get more on order, you guys. I'll put links in the description of the video where you can find this on my website. You guys, you can go there, check it out, see if it's something you're interested in. And like I said, it's a very good price. It's $65, which is a fantastic price for something that's gonna do so much for you and your business or your employees, wherever you're at. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and checking it out. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the Fab family. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you in the next video.